Commissioner Surdy?
Not too much tonight.
No. Commissioner Russell?
Okay. I was very happy to host one of the local art classes through the CRA this week. They came down to Lake Worth to visit the art lofts. They went to the Cultural Plaza for lunch, where I hosted them lunch. That was a great chance for the kids to actually see what's going on in the arts. They went to the Cultural Council, so that was a great time. 4th of July is coming up. We need volunteers. I urge everyone to get a hold of our new events coordinator, Dottie, and volunteer. It's going to be bigger and better this year. The Lula CRA Arts Mural is going up on Lake Avenue if you haven't got a chance to see it. It's right across the street from Hoffman's. It's going to be phenomenal. It's quite a different mural. So I encourage you to come out and see that. I also hosted this last week at Park Avenue Barbecue, Palm Beach County Concierge, and they were very excited on what was going on in Lake Worth. They are very good to us as far as promoting Lake Worth over the bridge and getting people down here. They were very excited about the Gulf Stream. And then the last thing I had was I met with the group from Dark Skies, and I think they're moving through and meeting with everyone. But I'd like to encourage the city manager and the commission and the mayor to try to move forward and include some of the Dark Skies ideas with the Siemens coming in and looking at some of the, I just want to make sure that we're looking at some of the Dark Sky ideas when Siemens is looking at bringing down some of those lower costs for lighting.
I actually mentioned that after I had the presentation too. I see it in the back of there. It was a great meeting and it was a great presentation. I don't know if you had the same, I'm sure you had the same one that I did too. But I really do think that we should be looking at that. It seems like a no-brainer.
Thank you.
Your Commissioner McBoyd.
Yeah, two things. I apologize for not being here for the last meeting. I think the 20th of May. I was actually in Madison, Wisconsin, where I grew up. And it's always good to go to another city and sort of see what things are happening in our own city, what things are happening there. I think it's wonderful that we have a tree board here. So it was a real reminder to see all the large trees and what it does to neighborhoods and how attractive it makes them. And the other one that I noticed, they must be crazy people up there or something, because everybody's on a bicycle. There are bike lanes. My friends make fun of me up there because I take pictures of some things, like I took pictures of bike detour. The city has signs that say bike detour because they're working on the bike paths. So we'll get there. The other thing, on a more serious note, although that's, we're all very dedicated to improving our city, so that's serious too, but this one's a little bit different. I was privileged to go a few weeks ago on a bus trip to Washington, D.C., because a number of friends of mine that I've known for a number of years have become very concerned about the political situation in Venezuela. And it's a little complicated. One's views on things are complicated, but things have gotten to the point where people are actually dying, students are dying in protests, and there's a lot of problems with human rights violations, and there's not very much awareness of it here. I wasn't seeing anything about it at all in the news until I saw it from people that I knew for a long time on Facebook. So it's something, keep an eye out for it. It's a country that needs some support and encouragement right now.
Yes, Mayor?
Not too much, I'll have a lot to say a little bit later, but a couple of quick things. I had the honor and privilege of attending a couple of the Memorial Day services. Hi there, how's this better?
That's much better.
I had the honor and the privilege of attending a couple of Memorial Day services, and both services, both here in Lake Worth and down in Lantana by the Sam's Club, the large cemetery there, were very, very, very nice ceremonies. And I really would just want to remind everybody what that day is all about, because there's so many folks that have forgotten what Memorial Day is all about and what it's designed how it's designed to recognize our American heroes. And I would really encourage us to to really think about that in a much stronger way going forward and encourage all of us, if we can find it within ourselves, to start attending these services, because frankly, the attendance is not that strong. And this time in our history, I think it's more important than ever that we all start coming together as Americans and recognizing what it's all about, and recognizing those who gave everything, so we have the opportunity to have our disagreements on a day-to-day basis. Also, a little bit lighter note, here's a curveball for you, the city manager. A couple of, receiving a lot of comments recently about the lack of doggy bag stations throughout the city. And I was just wondering if we could craft some sort of a real quick policy on how folks could work through the city to get doggy bag stations put in their neighborhoods. You know, we're very, very dog-friendly city. Are you familiar with what I referred to? Okay.
Vice Mayor, quiet your chambers,
No, that's
please.
just throwing that out there. If you've got a policy, let's get it out there for everybody to see. But, you know, let's see what we can do to expedite some of the concerns that are of some of our neighborhoods regarding.
We don't really have a policy that I'm aware of, so I don't have to create something.
We would have to create.
I actually use courtesy the Palm Beach Post, their bag.
Point of order.
I get a doggy bag every morning.
But you be nice to Chief Lineberg, please, he's here.
We'll pull something together. This is a new concept. What Commissioner's saying is actually, a lot of residents who have dogs, and this is very much a dog friendly city. It's nice to have the bag there. It really would help curb some of the problems we're having.
Correct.
Thanks.
Commissioner Mercer?
I just wanted to comment on that because we never really had a policy. It was neighborhood associations and individuals that actually bought the stations and paid for the bags. I know the downtown merchants, when the one in front of Paul's on the Avenue, we pay for the bags. So maybe we can talk to the President's Council and see. I know Lori Rice had expressed putting one in over by the Lucerne, and she would pay for it. So maybe it's a matter of just figuring out where they want to be, who's going to pay for them, and then maybe staff can put them in so they're actually secured properly.
Yeah, I appreciate the conversation too, but you have a pet, I have pets, okay? You have to just tell your pet owner people, bring bags too. I mean, come on, you have a pet. Crying out loud. Take a bag, you know those bags you get at the grocery store, bring them out, stick them in your pocket.
I'll take the lead on that and work with the
Maybe
neighborhood.
Mr. Zaks can help.
Mr. Sachs, no, his cats.
Cat bags.
He doesn't want to talk about dogs, wants to talk about cats. I was also attended that memorial service too, and that was it was a beautiful ceremony, and I want to thank everyone that came out for that. Again, to the seriousness of the solemnity of the day, it really is having a lot of people who serve in the armed forces in my family. It means a lot that you guys came out, and thank you very, very much. We also, don't forget, we have the Veterans Parade coming up soon. And so another great time and way, you know, we brought that back. We had probably the best attendance ever, the longest, the biggest parade, I think, in our history. So let's not forget about that too. That's coming soon. So let's get together and start making our plans for that as well. Thank you to everybody. I want to move along here.